Hello, welcome to Daily News from Marja'iyat TV. Daily meetings of Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi. The prominent Shia Islamic jurist Grand Ayatollah Shirazi hosts large numbers of religious scholars, seminary teachers and students, religious experts, political figures, civil rights activists, academics, and public groups of people on a daily basis at his central office in Holy Qom. In these meetings, the visitors offer reports of their activities and listen to pieces of advice by the Grand Jurist. The central office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi hosts public visitors every day until noon prayers. Karbala Islamic Seminary holds Ghadir Thani celebrations. On the morning of Rabiul-Awwal 9th, the Eid of the Holy Ahlul Bayt, also known as Ghadir Thani, the Islamic Seminary of Holy Karbala held celebrations in the city. This celebration was hosting scholars, clerics, religious figures, cultural activists, and public groups of people. Sheikh Kadem al-Jaburi was the keynote speaker of this event. Eulogies and poems were also recited at this celebration. Young Yemenis discussed Yemen's crisis with head of ISWF. Over the past few days, some young Yemeni nationals met with Sheikh Mohammed Taqi Zakari, the director of Imam Shirazi World Foundation in Washington, D.C. This meeting was aimed at finding solutions to the Yemeni crisis, which will be discussed in the coming week at the United Nations. In this meeting, Sheikh Zakari said, "Today, Yemen is considered the poorest Arab country, yet it is one of the most resilient and brave nations, especially at this juncture of history. At this time, Yemen is being invaded by the Muslim countries in the Middle East, which pursue their own political agendas in this country." The director of Imam Shirazi World Foundation then added, "We are delighted of the recent peace plans of Yemen. We have been waiting for such a long time to see the end of the Yemen's crisis, which has led to the death and displacement of thousands of innocent people." He then added, "As one of the many offices dependent to the Grand Shia jurist Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq Shirazi, we have requested all advocates and followers of His Eminence to contribute to the humanitarian projects of this center to help the Yemeni people. We also have declared our readiness to be a part of solution to the Yemeni crisis and help out the UN in this path." 14 Infallibles Institute launches Orphans Smile project in Holy Karbala. The 14 Infallibles Institute, dependent of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Karbala, launched the Orphans Smile project coinciding with the 9th of Rabiul-Awwal, the anniversary of Ghadir Thani. In this project, the orphan children in Holy Karbala were taken on a tour to an amusement park where they ate at a restaurant and received presents. After this project, the children were taken to the shrine of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, in a bid to congratulate this day to the Master of Martyrs. Activities by Wila Wal-Fida Society on Martyrdom of Imam Hasan Askari. The Wila Wal-Fida Society, dependent to the Public Relations Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Karbala, performed its annual programs on the martyrdom anniversary of the Holy Imam Hasan al-Askari, peace be upon him. Coinciding with the martyrdom anniversary of the 11th Shia leader, the society transported pilgrims from Holy Karbala to the al-Askari shrines in Samira, where they were served with free services such as food, resting place, and drinking water. Further, the Karbala Mourners Society held a mourning procession on this day to mark the occasion at the al-Askari shrine in the city. Mr. Arif Nasrullah, the public relations manager of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, and a variety of cultural and religious figures were present in this program. ISWF and Nonviolence in Cooperation celebrate the International Day for Tolerance. Imam Shirazi World Foundation and Nonviolence in Cooperation, dependent to the Grand Shia jurist Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq Shirazi, released statements to call for tolerance and peaceful coexistence on the International Day for Tolerance on November 16, 2018. Imam Shirazi World Foundation, in its statement, pointed to the great purposes behind the naming of this day and said, "The naming of this day as the International Day for Tolerance by the UN is the implementation of Islamic slogans which aim to bring prosperity and justice in all human societies and rid them of their plagues such as division, discrimination, and prejudice." Further, the Imam Shirazi World Foundation demanded all international and regional entities to focus on the spread of tolerance as a means to cease the flames of war and conflicts which have undermined the political scenery and the economy of many countries. On this occasion, the Nonviolence in Cooperation also released a statement to warn of the severe damages of bigotry and racism and said, "Violence in all its forms must be stopped at all costs," not to mention the ongoing conflicts and wars in the Middle East in countries such as Yemen, Syria, Libya, Afghanistan, and Myanmar.